Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. By the way, Epi, if you're still here, I just now noticed Twister hit a 170 stream streak. You hit a 175 stream streak today. If you're still here, I'm sorry I didn't notice it before, but now I see it on my event list. And I'm like, wow! Congratulations.
But what? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. Ooh. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
It could have been anywhere. Shows the judge where the murder really took place. Boat shop. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was at the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the boat, on the lake in a boat, searching for something. Hey, Janice, I'm doing good. How you doing? He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Hello, Timeless Chaz. How you doing? That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Ah! This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. My name is Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
And who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright?
The boat shop caretaker. He tried to kill him. Or he intentionally missed. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Ooh. I stream with Chris anytime soon? Not that we've made plans, no. I am too busy of a boy. I'm going to be running around all this weekend. Running around a little bit next weekend, but maybe we'll see. But the weekend after that then is my sister's wedding, and then the weekend after that is Zeldathon. So, busy boy.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness. Nobody was looking out on the lake at midnight until they heard a gunshot. And then they looked out so he could actually have an audience. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and then he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of a lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
We're gonna get some talking with him. What happened so far? We're a defense attorney. We're defending our good friend, frenemy, lover, Miles Edgeworth, from being falsely accused of murder that he did not commit. Through that whole story there, we found out that he was probably invited out to the water by someone who... what's the word I'm looking for? Invited out to the lake by someone he does not want to talk about, and then was framed for murder. And now we got to figure out why.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
But I do recommend, since this is like our third or fourth stream of this, go check the videos, the previous bits. Change the video on demand viewers so that way people know what VOD means. Sure, I get you. It's not a bad idea. Is the boat shop man really losing memory or faking? We're about to find out, aren't we? Because it sounds like if we do connect these things together, that he probably does have brain damage, but we also don't know how much.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said they had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
This old man gave him the slip.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
We did it, guys. We survived another day that we probably shouldn't have, because, man, we had some pretty flimsy stuff out there. But still somehow managed to pull it off. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? Oh, that was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Except when it actually is.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's still a little time left. Phoenix, I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
Do I need to give you two some time?
It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed.
Ace Attorney Randomizer? Yeah. We had some fun with that. I think it was a fun game. It was a fun thing to try, but I have to imagine it would have driven us absolutely bonkers pretty quickly. So I didn't pursue it very long. But yeah, there was a time, friends, where we tried to run all 3 of the original trilogy games. Where anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds, the game would swap from 1 to 2 or 3, and then it would swap if it was on 3, then to 1 or 2, and then kind of go from all those different things. You know what I mean? It's pretty fun. A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Uh-oh. To be continued. Save your progress up to this point? Yes, please. All right, friends, then I am actually going to take a quick break. I'm going to go pee, refill my tea, all that jazz. And when we come back, we'll start our third and final day of investigating, trying to figure out more about this mysterious boat rental man. So it's an excellent time for you guys to stand up, stretch, get yourselves a snack, a drink, all that jazz, put on your jammies, and when we come back, we'll keep knocking this out, all right? See you guys soon! BRB. I'll put some music on in the background in the meantime, don't you worry. Sure.
And we're back. Sorry about that, friends. Just had to stretch around a little bit, get the blood pumping and all that. And now I am ready for all of you, and I hope you guys are ready too. We're going to get ourselves into day 3 of this investigation, the final day of investigation for this game, so we can get ourselves, get Miles Edgeworth off free, finally. So, without any further ado, let's pop on back in. Let's get this thing cooking. Oh my goodness. Hold on, Chair. Let me pound that out here real quick. I can send that out into the world once more. Or Morgan, what is up? I released the newsletter. I said I would. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. I didn't post on Patreon, though. I got to do that. Can't even blame you. No, You did see, though, that I didn't specifically name somebody, but I did say I was told that I needed to release it. So there you go. Let me fire that off for you again here, Jerry.
And now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of
I forgot that was in there still. Very much awesome Montaro for the raid. Get those. How you doing tonight, Montaro? Welcome to Phoenix Wright as attorney. For those who don't know, I have a bit like a bit alert system that fires all sorts of random sounds that we've made on this stream over the years, and one of them is Marissa singing the fantastic karaoke song Tequila. Back when Twitch Sings was still a thing. Thinking that we could maybe trick the system into giving us perfect points on that. It didn't work. Just to be clear, it did not. Is it really released if it's not on Patreon? It's at least more people are going to read it on the Discord server than they are going to read it on the Patreon at least. But I will post it on Patreon this weekend. I just keep forgetting to do it. It's an easy one. But yeah, Montaro, how's your stream? What were you up to? What's going on? The Phoenix goes well. We just got Edgeworth living another day, but we got to figure out what exactly happened in this dang old DL6 incident. December 27th, 2:11 p.m., Wright & Company law offices. Wow, so sad.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Beat up Bowser and Bowser. Yeah, what?
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never.
Nick?
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today, huh? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, but bow before your hero.
Celestial Spade newsletter. Yes, in theory, per my Patreon rewards, is that I'm supposed to be writing a monthly letter to Patreon patrons. That frequently doesn't happen monthly, to say the least. But I do write them as much as I can. That's that's something I have been trying to do. And so yeah, I put one out yesterday, but it's on the it is for Patreon patrons and also Twitch subscribers. If you're a Twitch subscriber and you'd like to see that letter, be sure to go on Discord. Make sure that your Twitch account is connected to your Discord account, and then if you do, you should get a new role. In addition to that, you should also get access to a channel called Newsletters, which
is where the newsletters go. So there you go. He's just constantly crying. I love his little eye sparkle. Goodness. What was I going to say? Oh, by the way, before we continue, friends, here on this, on the last bit of the stream here, I do want to remind, and I'll try to push this out here and there as we go for the next couple of days here. For those who didn't see, I've been working on audiobooks for the past about 2 years now, and the client that I'm working with has tagged me to do 5 new books, all of which are currently in a Kickstarter right now. AKA, I want this Kickstarter to succeed, so I do get paid for these books. Which it already has, to be clear. It's already hit 100% of the funding, so that is all well and good. So if you have any interest of listening to me speak on the psychology of Dungeons and Dragons, the gamer's journey, the psychology of The Witcher, or the psychology of The Last of Us, or you're a clinician or clinician to be or a psych major who wants to learn more about integrating geek culture into therapeutic practice, any of those 5 books are available to you if you go hit up the Kickstarter right now. And if you do, you'll get 25% off every book that you do order, whether it be via Kindle, via physical copy, or via, of course, my audiobook styles. And something that I'm really excited about, if we hit $13,500, right now we're just over, we're very close to $8,000 on that Kickstarter. If it reaches 13,500, there will be a new book called The Psychology of Bluey. And I desperately want to do the audiobook for The Psychology of Bluey. I'd be so fascinated. I want to know. I want to know. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to read it. I want to read it out loud for people. Please. Please. Please? Anyway, that's the stretch goal at $13,500. It's currently at $8,000. Once again, the link is in the chat there. And otherwise, yeah, I know. Oh, there's one other thing I was going to grab. Hold on. Then I promise we'll get back to the game. The writer of the Psychology of Dungeons and Dragons book actually put out a podcast about the book, and as a result, the audiobook. The episode of the podcast he did, I would say about 75% of it is my voice. That he just took portions of the Psychology of Dungeons and Dragons audiobook from. So if you want a free preview of it, and you want to hear a couple of the good chunks of it, be sure to check out their podcast episode as well. There's the Kickstarter link otherwise there, friends. And any amount will help, you know. Buy one, buy them all. It's up to you how you get them. All right, back to the game. Let's talk to Larry Butts. Enjoys your streaks. I watch it with you and meals every time someone says objection. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty, edgy. I mean, can you really know what he's telling the truth about that night? Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us too? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment.
Edgeworth.
Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, that's true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates?
Could you imagine a fourth grader being like,
When I grow up, I want to be a defense attorney.
not a lawyer, not like a lawman, a defense attorney? Now, in fairness, his father was also a defense attorney, so that kind of tracks, but do you other fourth graders even know what a defense attorney is? They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know.
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
There were 15 of us trapped in the school. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of third grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school is really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. It's a lot of lunches.
Oh, yeah, now you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Remember his third grade? Not much. Not much at all. Don't tell us how old you are. I remember her name was Mrs. Bonas. That was my teacher's name, and I think I vaguely remember her face in my head. But as for actual factual third grade, not particularly, no.
I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty was you.
Thief! Give the money back. You're such a meanie.
Just admit you did it.
You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth.
You're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, this is really library committee.
Give me back my 60 cents I owed you.
Hey, you robbed it.
Now, Phoenix, you should know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
So I'm trying to decipher the Phoenix's shirt here. I don't think I've ever seen this shirt this high resolution before. Being shamed in class because you had too many library books on your desk. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs!
See, my head actually, Edgeworth picked up the British accent like while he was doing or like post fourth grade, but I don't know why in my head now the child him is also for some reason British.
Miles?
Look at baby Miles.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one.
We don't need proof.
Make him say he's sorry.
Why don't you all just shut up?
Oh, wait, no, it's butts.
This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Since we did not catch the blackened, all of you will now die. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I did, but then I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see.
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
But why? What happened? I mean, he's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why he became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
I was a defense attorney. I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. See, this goes beyond friends, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. In court, Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa. Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free?
Free? I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. See? I knew it. We never said it was free. It's 11:33 over there. I live in Central Time, so it's 10:33 now, 34 for me. So, yeah. Defense attorney to prosecuting. The implication there kind of feels like prosecutors are just defense attorneys with trauma. Is that kind of the energy we're getting? Because it happens a lot in this series.
Aw, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Just threw out all the pieces that I guess we don't need anymore. Okay, let's go. Bye, Larry. Goodbye, Larry. December 27th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You look grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Why do you think I'd remember something from 3rd grade? It was 16 years ago. Lunch money. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something. Yes, lunch money. I ran out. Yes.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Yeah, it's just friends things. You know how you do. You build your entire career path and life around trying to meet this man again, trying to be in the same room as this man again. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
You like the open ceremony? No, I loved the idea of like the ceremony out on the river. I thought that was a really cool idea. Oops, I clicked out.
Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even.
Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth.
Perhaps.
Let's chat. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why'd you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? His shifty eyebrow wiggles, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me. You want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
I did hear the Les Mis bit, yeah. Because I was like, of course. Assassin's Creed was in there? What? It's the developer's French, right? Is that the idea? Carmen's an interesting choice, since isn't that a Spanish? Anyway.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Unless it was a French writer who wrote Carmen?
Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook.
That'd be Robert Hammond.
On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things.
Dalston.
Ah!
It's just a little bit there at the end. I know the mystery guy with the torches lead from the games. Wow.
In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, It is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. Sorry. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. Your name is too long. No, I see it just fine on my end.
And now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs. So
For me, bodybuilding is life.
Thank you much, Camelot Warrior, for the 30 bits. Yeah, no, this is the game of lore, as they'd say. By the way, I forgot to spin this before. Cherry dropped over 2,000 bits, which means we do get a gold spin of this guy. We get 7s and bars. We get a bunch of gifted subs out in the chat. Not this time, but another coin has been thrown on in. Spin. The idea is every coin I put in there, eventually it pays out into subs. So you're pretty much guaranteed a good chunk of subs from me over time, no matter what. It's like a progressive slot machine. Eventually it'll pay out and everyone will win. Do you have anything we want to present to him? Hey, how about a picture of your dead father?
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories.
What is it?
Nothing. Huh?
Oh? It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out.
Welcome just the same, Robin.
Tomorrow?
Could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Attorney's badge.
Sorry. Not sure I can help you with that.
Not even with my attorney badge? All right, I'm getting out of here. Hey, DSMP, how you doing? Let's talk to Criminal Affairs. December 27th, Police Department Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet.
Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
You said there was some guy here to arrest by tomorrow.
The boat shop caretaker.
You shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal.
Good luck, Gumshoe. The good old theme song for Gumshoe. Let's go to Grossberg, just in case. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. If this is a bit of a deeper cut for those who may be only watching here today for the first time or something like that, Marvin Grossberg was is like a well-seasoned defense attorney who happens to know quite a bit about the DL6 incident. But yesterday he was on vacation. He's out again.
When does he work anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later.
Figured it was worth a check.
He's gonna sell it at art fair. Heck yeah, that's cool. I love Pikashinks. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
A close one today, huh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Yeah, it's just plastic. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, now we know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal, Bye.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Hey!
No one can go in the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. Not even the police. You know, those park rangers, they get real fancy.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Oh, she is arrested.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
She's been there for days, guys. Nobody noticed? That was a bit of a pierced scream because I only have so many high-pitched screams. December 27th, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand's closed too. I mean, yeah, because Larry Butts is still hanging out at our place.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
Onward. That's true. She was a little tucked away, although she did tuck herself right next to a sign that very specifically says no camping.
Time to arrest this innocent person for no reason to prove a point.
Robert Scammond. Ah, I missed that one. Dang it. Robert Hammond, more like Robert Scammond, if you know what I'm saying. Edgeworth joke. Am I going to go to the Ender Cup? Is that like, I think I heard there was some sort of like Minecraft competition happening this weekend. The answer is no. No, I was not invited to such things. I think I heard that maybe AFNOW is, but I have not. Though it may look like it, I am not a Minecraft player. I just play one on the internet. December 27th, Boat Rental Shop. I tried to do an ultra hardcore tournament once, and I got badly beat.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I know that clearing of the throat anywhere.
Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon juice here.
Yeah, I imagine that whole thing is only going on with the people who are part of like the YouTube celebration of the 15th year anniversary, and AFNOW is straight up in the thick of that. Right? Is not me though. Though I was in that 15-year anniversary video, that was kind of fun. You heard my voice for approximately like 2 seconds. That was pretty fun. Do I play or just make the voice? I control the boy. The boy is entirely done by me, both the movements and the voices and all the things. I liken my work to being a puppeteer, where it's my job to make a boy move. Does Amazon own Twitch? That is correct. Yes, Amazon does own Twitch, mainly for its live streaming tech. Like Twitch is nice, but it doesn't make them money. The live stream stuff though, absolutely does. Like in that they can use that live streaming technology for other purposes beyond Twitch. And they do for their AWS like server systems and hosting.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing.
Jeff did a thing. Oh, he's owned it for a long time, to be clear. That was what, like 2016, 2017? It's been years.
Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Respawn points in the middle of the ocean. Whoops.
Gotta get yourself a bed. Gotta get yourself a bed.
Now, Jess will tell stories of the time that, like, I think they were at, like, I don't know if it was a VidCon or some sort of convention, but she brought a bunch of their voice actors on stage for, like, some sort of building or fighting competition. It might even been, like, a Bed Wars or something like that. No, I don't think so. I think it was just, like, some sort of Minecraft competition. And some of the cast was so bad at Minecraft that Chris just went off and built a house. And she was so mad. December 27th, Caretaker's Shack. Have fun with your crafts, Miss G Mama.
Nobody's home.
Hello! Hello! Squawk!
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello! Hello! Squawk!
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello! Hello! Squawk!
Settle down. Fighting's going pretty well, yeah. How's the SMP? I do not know which SMP you're of which speaking of. Are you talking about the Shadow Temple Community Minecraft server? Are you talking about the AF Crew SMP? Or are you talking about, like, the stuff we do for the AF Now YouTube channel? Shadow was a bird once, huh?
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick?
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. Thank you, Renia. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. We know the safe combination, don't we?
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228! Squawk!
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. What if it's a safe?
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
Letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get your revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. Whoa! It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
Means I'm a genius! I don't know. Looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing is for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
Let's steal it.
And ruin the chain of custody. Anything else fun in here?
Ah!
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
He doesn't have his kotatsu going.
That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can't just leave. We can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not.
Say, Nick, Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Japanifornia law, right? Just scooping up things. That one game you forgot the name of? Oh, like I, the Somnium Files? Yes. Again, Danganronpa, I, the Somnium Files, Rain Code, which we played just recently. None of those games would be the games they are today without Ace Attorney coming first. And this game right here is what started it all.
Right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away, you know?
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Nothing else to talk to with the parrot? No? Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. I really appreciate that in the high-res version of this game, they really made sure to show the bird poop all in the newspaper. Thank you. Thank you, game. Much appreciated. Well, maybe we can show this to somebody. What if Edgeworth wants to see it? What do you think he knows? Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives.
I see. Revenge? On me?
Who's that old guy anyway?
I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Also, if that was the case, he'd be dead.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it.
There's a mastermind here, friends, and we gotta figure out who it is. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
Fair about the paper you got into the safe, just about anyone could. No, the larger problem at hand is you need, like, there are, like, the police need to collect that evidence. Investigators need to collect that evidence. Me just grabbing it out of that safe and walking off with it and being like, haha, look what I found in the safe. That's what, if you tried to do that in a court of law in the U.S., you'd be laughed right out of jail.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Ace Attorney Chronicles is far more modern than this? What? It takes place in Victorian London. It's even more barbaric of a like law system. A part of which they actually discuss in the game. Hi, Demon Pierce, how you doing?
Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi? I don't really like yoga.
A suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent.
Uh-oh. Yeah, of course the mechanics are fancier. Again, it's 20 years of game development knowledge and improvements in the hardware that allowed that allowed Great Ace Attorney Chronicles to be far superior. This game came out on the Game Boy Advance, folks. The Game Boy Advance. It's a long jump. No. It came out on the Game Boy Advance in Japan. The DS when it came to the States, it came out on the DS. But it was the Game Boy Advance that the first 4 cases in this game were originally designed for. That's why the 5th case suddenly breaks out in a bunch of DS things where you can like scribble on the screen and stuff like that. It's like the very first time, or that 5th case, the first time you get to like investigate evidence in a 3D environment. Because again, the first 4, very old. Yanni Yogi.
Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago.
Was it a competitor of GTA 3? Well, in fairness, GTA 3 was on like a home console, and this was on a handheld about yay big, I want to say. Maybe this size. It took 2 AA batteries. It had no backlighting on the screen, so you had to play it directly under some source of light, or else you could not see what you were playing. Unless you got one of those little worm lights that was literally just an LED attached to a wire that you'd plug into your Game Boy so you could shine a light down on it. But weirdly enough, in that situation, you would inevitably get a glare of the bulb on the screen as you're trying to play on it. Oh boy. Yeah, no. It was the portable handheld games. It was a very different era.
The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. They were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box.
It's true, yeah. GTA back in the day was top down. Now it's actually like a full 3D environment, right?
They became unsettled.
The magnifier light from Mad Catz. Yeah, let's go! So you can simultaneously see the screen and have it lit at the same time. Powerful stuff. I want to find out now, just more so, when did the Game Boy Advance come out? It was the first 32-bit handheld game console developed by Nintendo. It was released in 2001. Yeah. There you go. It was like one of the very first games for the Game Boy Advance then. Let's see here. I'm going to scroll along here. Oh, they don't list it on the launch games, but it couldn't have been very close to it. I'd have to look back and see if I have any of the old Mad Catz stuff. Those are the days. I agree with you, Volter Shock. We've had this conversation, I think, 4 or 5 times now tonight. Is there anything that any point you're trying to make with it? Because you just keep revolving around the same thing.
Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
Don't tell you joined late. I mean, we're 2 hours, 40 minutes in, so a little bit. October of 2001. There you go. Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 months after the launch date of the Game Boy Advance.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah, and to be clear, we have streamed the Chronicles games on stream. We even did it before. We did the first game, I think it was, before it was officially released. We did played the fan translation of it, and we were waiting for the fan translation of the second Great Ace Attorney game. But then, we were waiting to play the second game for the fan translation, and then all of a sudden, they released it officially, and it was like, well, I guess we'll just play that one then. You're bound to prove it not bad, but you have no dissent here, Volter Shock. You're fighting a battle. You're standing on a hill, being like, "No one fight me," and no one's fighting you. They're like, "Yeah, you got that hill. Good job." It's a good. Again, seriously, those two are my favorite. I think they really perfected the series at that point. It just took 12 games to do it.
In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused him temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in court, and Yogi was found innocent.
Who's Yogi? Yanni Yogi was the guy who was like clutching at his collar in that picture as they were all choking on lack of oxygen inside that elevator, and is the one who's currently accused, who was thought to have been the killer of Edgeworth's dad. But the defense attorney that was working for Yanni Yogi, again, and also the boat guy, as we're now discovering, got him off, like declaring that he wasn't in his right mind, so there's probably no way that he could be accused of the murder. Is Phoenix Wright even related to Reynoski? The implication, I think, is possibly, but it's not. I don't think there's any official like lore to that connection, if that makes sense.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah? The same surname, Naruhodo? Oh, yeah. In the Japanese versions, they're both Naruhodo, right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, not here because the English translation, but yeah.
There's been something that's been troubling me these past few days.
Thank you, the file, by the way.
I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed? Maya Face seems to be a cheap knockoff of Susanoo. You do know how this works, right?
Oh boy. A memory of a murder.
Hey, Pink Glitch, how you doing? And hello, Demolishing Rock. Never heard of this game before? Oh, the Ace Attorney series is super fun. Highly recommend it.
I think the time has come to tell all.
Let's hear about this nightmare.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night.
I agree with you, Susanoo's super cool, but Maya walked so Susanoo could run. Just to be clear.
I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
What's the name of the revenge person? Well, we don't know who wrote the letter. That's an important piece of this. We believe that, again, the guy in the center of this shot right here is the caretaker who killed the Robert Hammond, who's the victim in the case that we're trying to defend Miles Edgeworth from, and also shot at Miles Edgeworth and framed him for the murder. But we don't know who is telling him to do these things. That part we still need to figure out.
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up all my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air!
No, Father! He's attacking Father!
Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court to the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away!
Uh-oh. He threw a gun at his father.
Get away from my father! Ah!
Well, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Hardest work I've put in for a follow in a while.
And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? You say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, This letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That was why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of the Deal 6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
Huh. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
All right, we'll dig in just a little bit more here, and then we'll call it just a little bit longer. We're 2 hours and 48 minutes in, and like to hit 3 hours before we finish up for the night. With theory, you may say, Your Honor. Yeah, we have a system here in place. No backseating in the game. No predictions. Nothing in the chat there until after it happens. However, if you feel like you've got something figured out, you can either say done or objection in chat, which indicates that you have figured something out and you can be a smarty pants. And then once we get through it, you're like, yeah, I called it, yeah. Here we run on what's called the rutabaga system, where I don't want any spoilers or any backseating in the game unless I utter the word rutabaga. And no, this doesn't count right now. But that is the system we employ here, and it is a good system. I do like it. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg!
Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Hmm?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed, as they say, was done.
No! I don't believe it!
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, what with the statute of limitations so close.
Let's chat. Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call his attention to his methods.
I imagine they'll do another Ace Attorney game, but I'm sure they're also to be paying attention to the Edgeworth sales. If the Edgeworth, the new Edgeworth release does well, I'm sure they'll be very excited to post it out to the West. The problem is not that they're necessarily not making more Ace Attorney games. The problem is whether or not they push more games out West here, because for the longest time, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, they came out in like 2016, but they didn't actually get released here until what? Pandemic era? Something like that? It's crazy. Who's that? Edgeworth? Edgeworth is like one of the most titular characters of the whole series. But more specifically, he has his own 2 games that one of which made it to the US, but the other one has always ever been Japanese exclusive.
until September of this year. Once September hits, they're going to be releasing a new double feature of the two Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations games. And that's why we're playing this in the first place. So we get to go play this. We got vaccinated before we got GAA. There you go. Yeah, I'm definitely getting in there.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see.
The spirit medium.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called in a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
So yeah, a piece of this is back in 15 years ago when this whole thing happened. The police were desperate to figure out who actually done it. So they actually used a spirit medium who is Maya's mother to Maya's mother, who is a spirit medium, to try to contact the spirit of Edgeworth's father to determine who killed him. And when she successfully did so, he said that Yanni Yogi killed him, which he probably believed, right? Because he only has his own fading memory of the moment before he was shot. And so, of course, he probably thought, right?
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
I'm not even sure it's either of those, Hop. I think it's just more of somebody who has extreme hyper-focus on a singular subject and has difficulty separating, if you catch my drift.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsifies his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you, my boy. But a possibility nonetheless.
I see. She's called a fraud since Yogi was found innocent, right? Because they're still pretty certain that Yanni did do the shooting, right? But they're like, nah, he's innocent, so the insanity pleas, so she's disgraced now.
She was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one.
They're super fun, though, yeah, for sure. Anything else we want to show?
Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. Wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake? It's never 100% certain that spirits tell the truth. Interestingly, they took that concept and made it a whole game. It's called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Sometimes declared one of the weaker games of the series, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was fun and different. Who's Hammond? Hammond is the guy who died. The original guy who died. Not the case 15 years ago, but the case that we're currently investigating, that of like the people getting shot in the boats and stuff like that. Hammond is the victim of that.
Sad, no expense.
It's also called Justice for All, which conveniently will be the next game that we play. Thank you, Up. Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough.
Wait. What is it? Is Justice 2? I'm pretty sure Justice is 2 because I always thought that Trials and Tribulations was 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 3. Like I had every time that I access that core memory, I think Justice for All is the third one, and then I have like a note, like a sticky note on that memory that's like flip those two, because I get it wrong every time otherwise. The core memory that I'm wrong about it is stronger than the original memory at this point.
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Miles Edgeworth plotted his own demise. Yanni Yogi wrote a letter to himself explaining how to kill somebody. It's only one person's got to be then, right? Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure. It was the third option.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? And just to be clear, in case people don't know, because there are a lot of characters being thrown around. To be clear, Manfred von Karma is the prosecutor in this case. Mr. 3 minutes from earlier today.
This case will be completed in 3 minutes.
It's like, all right. Quite a motive for, getting that case out there, huh? Prosecutor von Karma. Yeah, front-facing von Karma is still weird to me. It's like, Smiling Friends? All those characters never really face the camera, except when they do, and they do it very intentionally. It's awful. Very obviously awful.
If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know.
Phineas, and Ferb. Oh boy, yeah. Front-facing Phineas. Oh boy. See me a couple times now. Enjoy it. Well, thank you very much, Dave and DC. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What do you mean? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
I know, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Thank you much, Sarloma, for the 5 gifted subs. That's incredibly kind.
Get those Temple Thoughts in chat, please, and thank you. X years ago, right? This game loves to do it, too, because, it'll be like... We'll find that it'll especially hit in the Ace Attorney Investigations games. It'll be like, Yes, it's all because of 12 years ago. I think that's when I first started making that joke. Close by. Where's where was it happening in 2034? Is it Salt Lake? Is it Denver? Is it? Huh. Also enjoy assigning voices to each other. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to bring the characters to life and all that stuff. This is how I started my streaming career 10 years ago. Playing these games and Danganronpa and all that. It's been fun to revisit. And honestly, I don't remember as much of this as I thought I would. And I mean that in a fun way. I appreciate that I'm able to go through this again and rediscover these things. Who's best? I mean, I personally like myself, but I also like playing Pierce because it's kind of myself. Just way dumber. And welcome, Golden Tiger Fox. We are like 5 minutes from stream end, but hey, thanks for stopping by. And thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it. Okay.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma's ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you say.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations?
Vice crackdown stage just needing about people to do normal things, sure.
Like, go to the sea or go to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. As we find out later, he has been to Europe because I believe him, Edgeworth, and Von Karma will meet in a couple of weeks. They started in Europe, right? At least one of them was in Germany.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Sorry, I'm trying to fill this.
Mr. Wright.
He plead guilty when he was a child? I guess. Well, the whole gig here is that the statute of limitations on that trial, on that case that happened 15 years ago, ends tomorrow in game, which is why this is all still playing out.
If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials, All right, friends. And I think this is where we'll leave it off for the night to try to figure out what exactly is going on with this mysterious DL6 incident. Trying to determine why Manfred von Karma is so involved and so focused on ensuring that his perfect record's maintained. Why he took a long vacation after losing that or winning that trial, but with an asterisk next to it. And why he wanted Miles Edgeworth dead. Or at least accused of murder, right? Well, the next time we're going to play this, if I had to guess, is going to be Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is, I'm pretty darn certain we're going to be around to stream on Sunday, and Sunday is when it will happen. I don't believe I'll be streaming tomorrow necessarily. I could be wrong, but at the current moment, I'm pretty sure I will not be streaming on Sunday. So just so people are aware. Do not, or sorry. I will stream on Sunday. I will not stream on Saturday. Excuse me. Apologies. Hello and goodbye, Cunning. Good job getting them points. We will get back to this on Sunday. And then the rest of the week I will figure out soon. I promise. I need to figure out what's going on with that. I'll take Sunday to try to chew through what the schedule is going to look like, because I don't presently know, because I've just had a lot going on. But I'm catching up here, and at the very least, you know that Sunday will be the game here. I should be streaming all week next week. I don't think there's any reason that I'm going to miss streams up through Friday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be all the way through Friday normal stream time, so we should